What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got an Alliance War video, full path 7 with the ScouterLens tool guide. Now, the very first thing you're going to want to have is ScouterLens unlocked, which will cost you a carb core. Now, it's kind of expensive, but absolutely worth it. And the tech mastery is optional, but definitely helpful. Now, when you get into Alliance War, you're going to go into the first fight, the first hidden fight, and it's going to reveal the stars, it's going to reveal the rank, the health, and attack pools as well. First and third being the most important piece of information. Next thing you're going to want is the ScouterLens tool, which I will link, and also your tier, which is right there as shown on the screen. Now, I've already done this, but here is the formula. Now, you'll see that I actually put it in twice with different values for the same champion, and that's because in case the champion is affected by the global, you will have to subtract 5,000 health, 500 attack. So sometimes you will get no champion found, and that will be the reason why. So the very first fight, we actually found out that this is going to be a rank 4 Havoc on breakthrough. So we're going to go in with our Warlock, so we should be fine. We don't have to worry about his plasma charges because we have the armor up, and also just Havoc in general is a pretty good champion overall. Nothing to worry about here, just basically a normal fight. Now, we kind of delayed our use of our SP2 just to see if hopefully we can just take him out with just the SP2. Fortunately, that didn't happen. So we go through our SP2, we got a nice crit at the end, and yeah, just if that last hit had crit, we would have taken the recoil. Alright, next up, we actually end up running into a little bit of trouble. And essentially, we couldn't find a match for anything on ScouterLens tool online. However, we actually do have a Google Sheets version, which will help. So as you can see, we did everything we could, made sure everything matched up, and nothing. So what did we do? So we actually do have a Google Sheets, which I will link. And as you can see, this is where the tech masteries come in, and you can actually figure it out. So the Sheets version actually has one of the biggest advantages. So the disadvantage is that it won't calculate the masteries. The big advantage is that it gives you every single match. It compares it to every single champion in the pool. So I ended up putting in Science and Mutant Detect Masteries. Now that was just luck of the draw. I just decided these are the two that I want. Now, the health pool is really high, so one of the things that worried me is if this was a void. But as you can see, we actually ended up checking it out, and a 5-star thing was 100% match, no points in Liquid Courage or Double Edge. So we're going to go in with Quake. Now, on this fight, because it's Bubble Shield and Masochism, it's going to be a little difficult. So you're not going to want to parry. You want to Quake and Shake for this fight. Now, if you're going in with a different champion, you're going to want to have Reparry pretty much mastered, because or you're going to want to be very, very aware of how many Bubble Shield counts you have on you, because after the 10th hit, their very next hit is going to be unblockable. Now, normally this wouldn't really matter. However, if a champion has a special or special 2 that has several hits, then it's going to matter, because if their next attack is going to push you over 10 or push you to 10, then one of those special attack hits is going to be unblockable, which will mean that you will get hit by the rest of the special attack. Alright, so this fight almost done. Trying to avoid blocking any hits, because not only will he heal, but also the more blocked hits we take, the more damage we will take through our block. Now, for the most of the fight, we did fine. We did end up parrying twice, I believe. So we parry again. We actually got a perfect block there, and we just ended the fight there. Alright, so we actually end up seeing that the next fight is a mutant. So once the guy on path 8 finished that fight, went in there, checked out the stats, take a screenshot, go back to line, go to the ScouterLens tool, insert that screenshot there, and that's what the screenshot's for, is so that you can reference back to it for the health and attack pools. And so if you want to figure it out and you found out that it was Domino, good on you, because yeah, it was Domino. So just to make sure that you guys are using it right for the next hidden fight, you can pause right before and I'll tell you guys who it was later. So we got a Nick Fury mini boss. Now he's gonna have prove yourself, which means I have to land 15 hits before I get any damage off. Not only that, but he's also gonna have Aggression Fury, which is, like I've told you guys before, Aggression Fury is one of the scariest nodes out there. If you saw my last Alliance War video, I almost died to block damage, which is insane. From like, I'm not sure if I was at 100% health, but all of my health went down because of taking blocked hits. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is, here and there, we're going to want to shorten our combos. This is in order to, one, to keep his tactical charges down, because parrying actually, parrying actually brings it down one. But also to keep the Aggression Fury in check. So we have Prove Yourself down. I did end up making a mistake here. So essentially what happened is he threw his SP1 and it actually caused us to activate our Imperious Rex. So we're going to go and hit him a couple times, going for the SP3. So we're going to get that big pop Fury. And after that, we're going to go in for an SP2. However, because I pushed him past an SP1, we're not going to dash up to SP1 because he's just going to throw his SP1. So we're going to wait, dash back, special 2, and yeah, that's all the opportunity we get. Unfortunately, kind of wasted. However, there's not really much we can do. Dash out of that SP1 so that we can hit him. And we still have our big Fury, so we're still doing a good amount of damage. Now let him throw his SP2, and again we're just trying to keep his Aggression Fury in check. We're gonna parry him any chance that we get. It's gonna really help us keep his tactical charges down, because once he gets to 15, he becomes unblockable. And also we need to just keep hitting him to have the Aggression Fury in check as well. And let him throw his SP2. Doing good so far. And I believe we end up getting to an SP3. Okay, so he's hitting pretty hard through our block. But we're gonna throw our SP3, and then we're gonna go for an SP2 afterwards. Hopefully it'll kill. Now go for this SP3. It does a decent amount of damage, but I believe it doesn't kill. Yeah. So we're just gonna wait, parry, and he gives us the opportunity to throw an SP2, and that takes him down. Alright, so far 3 fights down, and successful through all 3 of them. Luckily we didn't die. Going to the next fight. Now if you want to figure this one out, I'll let you guys do that. You can pause the screen right now. Take your screenshot, and if you found out that this is a magic, then you were correct. So we actually end up taking this fight noted with Quake. If the Path A ended up taking this noted, he would have heal block, which would have been a little difficult unless he was running Ghost, but I knew he wasn't running Ghost. So we're going to take this with Quake. Now the only risk we have here is she's going to start with a Power Start 1. And because of Power Start 1, she has the ability to activate Limbo at the very start of the fight. So, we're not going to want to hit her, we're just going to want to bait the SP1. And there we go. So, now we're clear for the rest of the fight. Unfortunately, we did lose about 15% health due to Limbo, and then another 5% due to suicides. So, a little bit of health loss, but not too big of a deal. Now we just gotta play clean, and we should be fine for the rest of the fight. So magic's pretty easy. So usually you do not want to hit magic. We found out that she's actually not, the person is actually not running Mystic Dispersion because I hit him, and yeah, didn't get any power gain. Okay, gonna go and finish off that fight. And actually, when the globals are actually affected by ability accuracy, so that's also another thing important to note in case you guys didn't know. Okay, so if you guys wanted to check this out, you can also check this one out. Pause the video and then hit play and see if you guys are right. So we ended up taking this fight noted as well, I believe, which I'm not sure if I should have. I believe sometimes the fight on path A is actually easier noted. This fight, noted or not, is still pretty easy. So we actually end up taking in Namor. We're gonna heal up a little bit. By every time we attack into him, we are not gonna be taking suicides damage, which is pretty strong. I'm gonna bait an SP1. There we go. And I am gonna be kind of slowing down my combo every here and there, and that's just to extend the duration of which we are, I guess, healing. Because I guess the longer that you are attacking, the more instances of regen that we can get through willpower. Alright, go in for another combo. Throw in our SP3. I thought this wasn't gonna kill, but yeah, because Electro doesn't actually have a high health pool, this ended up killing. So yeah, SP3, 7% health, and dead. Alright, so next up, we actually, I believe, Path 9, which was Mr. Mac, who has been featured on the channel, who soloed that Mojo boss, ended up taking that fight. So thank you, Mr. Mac. And then we figured that I was actually the best option for this Darkhawk, which was true. It was true. I had Quake, and it's just an easy fight with Quake. Just don't get touched. We're gonna heal up a little bit just in case. We don't heal up completely to full. Don't think it's necessary. So we have 27,000 health to play with. We don't have to worry about counter tactics. We only have to worry about kinetic transference, where the opponent gains power gain whenever they hit our block. And so Darkhawk is placed here because his SP1 is kind of difficult to evade. Generally, what I do with Darkhawk is that I block the 3 beams of his SP1, and you can evade out of the last one. So, yeah, that's personally the best way I see it. However, on kinetic transference, you don't want to do that because then you get stuck in a loop where Darkhawk is just throwing SP1s until he gets to SP2. You eventually get cornered and you die. So now, because I actually got him right below power bar of power, I did not want him to touch me at all. I didn't realize how much power they actually gain by one blocked hit. So, okay, so we have him down to 6% health. We just gotta last like 2 or 3 more seconds, and we make it. So, pretty easy fight. And the next fight is some next level foolishness. Okay, so the next fight is actually a Mojo on triple power gain. Now I thought, hey, you know, I got Quake. This is an easy clap. Little did I know that Mojo actually gains power. I knew he did. I just didn't think it was that much. No, I have a lot of complaints about Mojo, man. Mojo is such an annoying defender. He's flow. He's got Mystic Dispersion available to him. On top of that, also his degen scales to health to attack, which is really bad on Alliance War. So you'll see I start at like 80% health. I lose 5% to suicides, which is fine. But I end up losing a insane amount of damage, health. So you can see there, block some of it, evade most of it, and I'm down to 7% health. where I lost probably 60% to his 60% to his degen, which is insane. Got me below 18%, so I was in assassin's range, caused me to die, and that was the fight. Hits received 1, and that was all she wrote. So unfortunately, we got 1 death. Ended up going back in after somebody else had a shot at her. I mean him, I'm sorry. And then we just had the Terrax Boss left, which I didn't know what to expect. I knew that at the start of the fight he wasn't going to be able to throw specials. I knew that he was a flow defender. I didn't know how much damage his flying rocks would do. So I was like, you know what, Namor should be able to do this just fine. Hopefully we just don't die. Because of flow, he will essentially never be able to throw a special attack as long as we're attacking him and activating flow. And yeah, as long as we keep hitting him, we should be fine. So once we get close to enough Imperious Rex, we're gonna throw our SP3. Okay, we're at 27 charges, 28 to go for the SP3. We're gonna try to play this smart. We don't want to take too much damage when he comes in at us, because he's still gonna have his aura thing, or whatever you call it. So hit our SP3, Imperious Rex activates, go in for an SP2, dash back in, go in for the SP2 again, just barely made it. Gonna just block these hits and rinse and repeat. So we're gonna activate flow again. We're just gonna bait an SP1. After he uses SP1, he can't use his special attacks again. So yeah, Terry, not as tough of a defender as I thought. I also thought that the rocks hitting me in the face would end up doing more damage. But because of the willpower healing that I have due to suicides and the armor breaks that I'm receiving, yeah, it helped keep me pretty healthy throughout the fight. And the fact that he can't throw specials as well helped a lot. So he just can't throw his SP3 because he threw an SP1. We're gonna go in for another SP3. We're 145 hits in. And yeah, so this fight was it was interesting. It was just basically only intercept and special attacks. So hope you guys enjoyed the war video. I hope that guide helped. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the guide as well. So with that, take care, guys.